What's good? We back with the Box Clinic and more. We back on the boxing grind, switching it up real quick. And Vasyl Lomachenko has won HBO's Fighter of the Year via the fight game. Jim Lampley, worst thing in boxing in my opinion is Jim Lampley and his little punk ass show. But I guess he's speaking on HBO and they doing the Fight Awards, and Lomachenko is the only non-HBO participant to win any of those awards. I mean, Jocelyn Klitschko, the event of the year, I know it showed on Showtime, but it also restreamed or showed on HBO. David Lemieux knockout of Curtis Stevens was the knockout of the year, and Eddie Reynoso, Canelo's Alvarez trainer, was the trainer of the year. And it should be called the HBO Awards, but they stepped out the box and gave it to Vasyl Lomachenko, who used to be an HBO participant as well. I have a hard time giving Lomachenko the Fighter of the Year with only wins over Moraga and Grimo Rigondeaux. Under the Rigondeaux fight was supposed to be a big fight. He did what he had to do, but in my opinion, it was a total mismatch. And if anybody just used basic boxing logic, you knew it was a total mismatch. But I guess he can be a candidate. Probably get some write-ins, but I just don't see that being a Fighter of the Year. A Fighter of the Year type of resume. I understand that Crawford beat Felix Diaz and he beat Julius Ndongo, but what was so important about his reign was the fact that Julius Ndongo was him and Ndongo made a big lineal undisputed championship type fight that really gave him a lot of cachet. And this year it's not real easy to pick the Fighter of the Year. It'll be interesting when I put the voting up later on today. I'll be announcing the knockout of the year for the Boxing Clinic, who everybody voted for. If you want to vote, I'm going to leave the Boxing Clinic Facebook link and the questions to be posted. The knockout of the year is the latest one to be posted. That's the one we're doing right now. I'll leave the link in the description. But it'll be interesting because I don't see any clear-cut Fighter of the Year, to be honest. I don't see any. I mean, maybe my mind is slipping. I don't see anybody that had a great year this year. Keith only fought once. Earl only fought once. I mean, Crawford fought Felix Diaz and Julius Ndongo. I mean, Lomachenko fought two midgets and two underweighted, if that's a word, fighters. I mean, I guess you would have to give serious consideration to Mikey Garcia with beating a Darchinian dude for the title and beating Broner. Did he have another fight? I can't think off the top of the head. But I guess you have to give him serious consideration. But now these guys only fighting once and twice a year. I mean, you look at Andre Ward. He only beat Kovalev this year. I'm trying to go down the list of fighters. Canelo and Golovkin, they drew. So I don't care what y'all say. I feel Canelo won. But at the end of the day, it was a draw. It is what it is. I mean, Danny Jacobs lost once this year. I mean, dang. It ain't really too many, people to pick from. Sorg, I guess, with two knockouts over the former pound for pound number one. That'll be another guy they have to look at. The pickings are mad slim because guys are only fighting 2 times a year, once and twice. And that's becoming the norm. And these guys ain't active no more. I remember it used to be the book on PBC fight. Only fought once or twice a year. And that's the issue. And I'd be like, yeah, right, that is a issue, but, Floyd helped make it that way. Pacquiao helped make it that way, And a lot of those guys caught the tail end of those guys' careers or the thick of it. When those guys had earned that respect and earned the right to pick their fights, Floyd and Pacquiao and Cotto ain't just pop on one day and say they could pick their fights. They used to have to fight who was in front of them. Once they gain that fan viewership and gain that popularity, that name brand, then they can do that. There's guys out here who they can walk in the middle of your local mall. That's an analogy I like to use. And don't want nobody know who the hell they is, and they want to fight once or twice a year like they Don Donna, the head Hukahana or something like that, Shaka Zulu or whatever they tribe. That ain't you. You got to be fighting 3-4 times a year. 3 times is minimum for me. Now the average is once, twice a year. People talking about safety and stuff like that, but being active and being in a real fight is no simulation for being in the gym. But, Lomachenko got 2 in. I think it's a stretch for him to be Fighter of the Year, in my opinion. But it's a stretch for a lot of guys. I don't know who should be Fighter of the Year with everybody fighting once or twice. But he fought two guys that wasn't even his weight class this year, so that disqualifies him in my opinion. You can call me a hater all you want. I picked him to watch his Rigondeaux. I even did a breakdown, a prediction video of him and Miguel Moraga. It was only one or two other channels I seen do a breakdown of him and Miguel Moraga in prediction video. You know, so I've been pushing this guy, man. I picked him over Gary Russell. It's my guy, but I'm just keeping it trill with y'all. If you don't know what trill is, it's the combination of truth and real. And I'm keeping it trill. He ain't the fighter of the year. I don't care what you say. He ain't the pound for pound #1 over Terrence Crawford. Neither. You know, and those are my opinions, and I'm very strong and stand on all 10 toes strong on those opinions. You feel me? But let me know what y'all think about this, and I'll link the article in the description with all the other HBO award winners. We gone.